Boeing 707, both U.S. and USSR space program, and they actually go back to the Russians' V2 program where they were running around using slide rulers to create those. And on the local level, the drainage ditches in Grand Forks County were all created using a slide ruler. The reason I know this, I don't have a citation for it. I was actually one of those little flunkies as between my junior and senior year, running through ditches and water with mudged with a rod. And a civil engineer was telling me where to go, and he was taking a reading. And then when we got to the curves, I saw him whip out his slide ruler and figure out where I had to go next to mark it out. So they were actually used there, and I knew what it was, but I wasn't sure exactly how he was using it. Whatever happened to this nice device? Well, in the early 70s, close to the mid 70s, the scientific calculator became available. My very first scientific calculator was a Texas Instrument SR, and in that case, SR stood for slide ruler, 58. It cost me $170 of my graduation money. I didn't change that back into what it would be today, but it was a very expensive piece of equipment. And in fact, the high-end slide rulers that were really manufactured by a lot of specs cost more than that thing did. So it was functional, inexpensive, and you didn't have to handle the decimal points anymore. You didn't have to keep writing down 10 to the second and where the decimal point's going to be. The calculator did it for you. The drawback a lot of the old-time engineering say is their engineers lost contact with these numbers. First of all, you didn't have an idea. They didn't have to estimate, so they didn't have an idea what was going on. And because of that, if they fat-fingered one decimal point, they wouldn't even know they were off. We're using your estimates and everything else you had from having to do estimates before you plugged them in the slide ruler. You had a feel for what those numbers should be. And here's my sources. This Scientific American article, I would really recommend that you go and read through it, because that's actually one of the guys our author cited in her study. And it's a very good article. And then, of course, our Pickover book. And my photo credits, there they are. A lot of the photo credits belong to me because I was sitting there using your slide rulers to take the picture, so you had a good idea of how they would work in real life. So for tomorrow, you have to hand in all your homework. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this worksheet and then repost it with the answers on it for you guys. So.
Okay.